Hey minions, how's it going? Pyro Mastermind here. So, we're finally at episode 3 of our Let's Play Prison Architect, and we're finally going to get prisoners. I don't know about you, but I'm a little excited. After all of our hard work of designing and then building, finally gonna be able to get some inmates. So, what I'm gonna do is enable normal and low risk. This way, we get a mix of both. It's not just one type of prisoner. Makes it more interesting of a game. Now, let's see what we're gonna do with these prisoners. We gotta organize their time, tell them when they're gonna sleep, when they're gonna eat and work. Little controlling, I know, but it's kind of like playing God or any sort of those God games, if you will, like Civilization and the such. So, 7 a.m., shower for 2 hours, making sure everyone gets clean. Actually, no. 6 a.m. showers, eat by 8, and then work for 3 hours. However, we don't have... Actually, we do. We have the cleaning... No, I'm sorry. We need a, what do we need? To get the prisoners to work, we need a foreman. That's right. Foreman makes it so that prisoners are able to work. So, let's just put them in for 3 hours of work anyway. Give them some free time, some yard time. 3 more hours of work. 2 hours to eat. And then free time. Most likely will be spent sleeping. So, now in the last episode, towards the end, we dropped off the warden. Which, with the warden here, you're able to research. And here's everything you have, quite a bit. What I like to do, first things first, is get security. So that we can tell our guards where to deploy, which is this one right here. And we're also going to want prison labor, so let's queue up maintenance next. And 12,000, that's quite a bit of money. We can get prisoners, guards, I'm sorry, in 3 hours. Small pipes for our sinks. Let's get 1 cook. That's all we need. And, sun's up. Exceeds daily budget. That's right. Now, in order to bypass this, you need to have yourself an accountant. Now, the accountant is only useful for 3 things. First off, it tells you how much money you make each day, not counting what your prisoners make in the workshop. Second, you no longer have to worry about exceeding daily budgets, which is very important. And third, land expansion, which you have to research in order to grow your prison even bigger. I wonder if we can get something small. Yes, actually we can. Let's get a desk. filing cabinet, and a chair, which we are going to need for our head of security. Now, our prisoners are finally here, so let's shut it off. So we only have 8. And as you can see, all of our jail doors, now their normal mode is to be closed. Up here, it tells you how many guards you have, and then later, as soon as we get to deployment, it'll tell you how many free guards you have and how many total guards you have, which I'll show you as soon as we come to that. Security, all done, finally. And, oh, there we go. Let us hire him. So, the chief tells you the danger level of your prison. If you have a high danger level, you are to expect a riot. So, under security, let us get deployment, telling our guards which sectors they can patrol. Now, our prison is built, so we don't need this many workers. So let us fire. How many do we need? We actually only need 4. So, you know what? I'll keep it to 3. Here we go. Tells us 2 guards, 2 of which are available. Going into their cells. Sorry about that, that was my phone. Alright. 2 more prisoners have to be escorted. And, oh, from the looks of it, we got 5 low risk and 3 normal risk. Objects. Let's put 2 staff doors in. And you'll see later just how this separates the quadrants, making it so that one guard is... I have it so that one guard is here at all times. Free time and all the prisoners are there. What is going on with our plumbing? Oh, of course, I forgot to connect it. Silly me. Now every so often you want to check back on your power supply. Make sure you're not draining too much. Let's see, they're all in the yard. Let's give them some weights to work out. And a phone to call home. Really helps with their family needs. And come on, deployment! There we go. Now, deployment. You can, this does 2 things. Tells you where your guards can and should be at all times. So let's put one here and one in the showers. And the second thing, it cordons off parts of your prison to certain prisoners. General population, minimum security, maximum security, and staff only. So I like to make the kitchen staff only, as well as the morgue and storage. And that is it. And also unlock, which leaves, tells you which doors can always be open. So, I'll show you how that works. Large jail door. And let us keep expanding. Get us more prisoners. Because for each prisoner you have, you get $100 a day. It really helps counteract how much guards cost and, whoops, and all your staff for that matter. Now a good thing to remember when building is when you have prisoners in, you're going to want to put the jail doors last. So, toilets, solitary, rotate it. Oh, and we're broke. Trust me, this happens a lot of the time. So it's nighttime. Let's jump back into deployment. We actually do not need a guard in the shower, freeing him up. And up here we have 1 stationed, 3 available. They're eating. Danger level's only medium. Apparently all guards have a complaint. Now if you want to put the guard somewhere, simply select them and then right click. That'll send them wherever you want, revealing more space. So here we are, 1 night through. Now what I like to do every time I accept new prisoners, as well as every other day or every 3 days, is I like to do a shakedown. This means that the guards search all the prisoners and all the cells for any sort of contraband. It does upset them a little, but it has to be done. Because, as you can see, oh, fork, spoon. We got money. So, there's another spoon. Now to help minimize the amount of theft, one of the objects you can buy is a metal detector. So I'll put one right there. I guess I can only afford one. And a metal detector requires power, so drag and drop. And we're down to 220. Let's see. This one just needs a toilet. This one needs a bed and a toilet. Oh, and here we have 2 prisoners in solitary. Found weapons and tools. And here's a quick incident report up here, tells you. And it'll also show you if you have prisoners waiting to be in solitary because you don't have enough solitary wings. Let's put a guard back up here since the shakedown is over. Now, closed pipes, of course. Really hope I have enough money. 150 and 220. Another. Oof, insufficient. You know what, I'm just gonna leave it for now. see how much jail doors are. 200. Okay. Now, at the start of any single excuse me, prison architect game, um, you're going to be running low on funds for the first, I want to say maybe 20 days. So you're going to want to be very selective about what you build and when you build it. Alright, now let me show you how this unlock thing button works. In our yard, we just select it, and it should leave normal mode. Oop, maybe you guys caught me in a lie. An easy way past this is just normal mode locked open, and then it opens up, and then you can see a green circle telling you that the door is manually selected to be open. And in deployment, this still views the yard as its own area because of the jail door there. Let's see how things are looking. One guard is here, which is good, because his main job is to open doors for when workmen need. Really helps cut down on time. So, here we go, showers, they're finishing up. And in essence, this is how your prison will look in the beginning. A little bit small, lots of dark areas where you can't see. You know what? Let's fix that. Deploy one guard to the cantina. There we go. In our reports, under jobs, you can see everything that is queued up to be done. Now, when your prisoners start working, it will also include them. And we have a lot of things that need to be built. But it was needed to fire so many of the workmen. Cuts down on costs, because each one costs $100 a day. Okay, so now here we have just some garbage. In order to help cut down on that, we have little bins that we're just gonna put in. And instead of the cooks, instead of them just dropping food and creating garbage bags, they will put them in the bin. And just makes it a bit cleaner. Your prisoners will complain if your jail is too dirty. Popping open utilities. And there we go. Our first metal detector up and running. And hopefully we will see it at work at our next lunch session. Lots of flashing over here, a lot of incomplete things. Not much you can do, unfortunately. Just wait and wait. Let's see what's going on in our cell block. Nothing much. Oh, there we go. He set something off, tells the guards to search him, and tools found, a spoon. Now, you can change the punishment your prisoners get through policy, but you have to research prison policy to get it. We don't want deployment, we want bureaucracy. Prison policy is right up here for 1,000, which we don't have, and we don't have to research right now. You know what? We're gonna turn on more prisoners. Now, we get 10. Unfortunately, we only have 4 more cells, which means 6 of them are gonna be in the holding cell, which that's the main job of the holding cell, is overflow for prisoners. A must-have for any starting prison. And what you can actually do when building your prison is you can build it up to here. You don't even need these cells. All you need is a holding cell and a guard stationed in there. You can have as many prisoners as you want. But you have to keep in mind, close quarters makes prisoners antsy, upset, and someone is gonna get stabbed. Here they are in the yard, just standing around. Cool thing, whoops. Foreman. Here we go. A cool thing is that you can pop open the, click on the prisoner, I mean, and it'll pop open their name, their age. You can change what kind of security risks they are. You can upgrade them to maximum or downgrade them to normal. I mean, minimum. And you can also tell the guards to search the prisoner, their cell, or the entire cell block. Which, the way I have it set up, even though I call this a cell block, it'll, because there is no door to section it off, this entire thing and all this walkway right here counts as a cell block. So they're scheduled to work, but because there isn't any work to be done, they're just going to sit around. Anyway, back to their sheet. You get a small bio for what they did, how many, about them, their family, and then what they are convicted of, and how they pled. And also, there's how much they served, or, I'm sorry, what they previously served, and then their current serving sentence. Because after a certain amount of time, prisoners will get released, which means less money for you. And surprisingly, you don't get any rewards or extra money for releasing prisoners. All you get is cash for holding them. Our cook did not plan ahead. There is no food to be eaten. Here we go. Food that gets purchased and carried in is put on the fridge. Makes it last longer, so it doesn't rot. Oh, and unfortunately they waited too long. That prisoner has to be searched. I don't like them standing there. There we go. Now, what can happen sometimes is if a prisoner sets off a metal detector or for some reason is selected to be searched, if you don't search them fast enough, that prisoner can pass off whatever they have to another prisoner. So when the guards search them, they're not going to find anything. And you always get paid at midnight. It constitutes a new day, Here we go. We made 1,100. And what we're gonna want to do, let's see, we have needs to be enclosed, needs to be enclosed. So we need 2 jail doors. Make sure you have the jail doors face correctly. Alright, now we're gonna throw in one more bed and another jail door. And that is all the money I'm gonna want to spend right now, making our maximum prisoner capacity up to 15, leaving only 3 for the holding cell. You're gonna want to have as few prisoners in your holding cells as possible. You're gonna want them to be in their own individual cells. It actually makes them more happy. Alright. Grant completion. Now, that was one of the grants that we picked up at the beginning, making your prison being able to hold 10 prisoners, I believe it was. And not only did they pay us for starting that objective, but they also gave us a hefty sum in finishing it. So, I'm gonna spend almost all of it building up what else is needed. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 jail cell doors. 18,000, not bad. Doable. Let's put in 2 solitaries. That's all that's needed. And we're gonna hire another guard. Now we got 5 guards. No, 6. I like to have it a decent guard to prisoner ratio, not counting the guards that I have stationed. Those I just don't count. So with the 3 guards, total of 15 prisoners, that's good. 1 guard for 5 prisoners works well. It's also makes it so that each prisoner, you get $100 a day, and each guard costs $100 a day. So you're gonna want 1 guard watching more than 1 prisoner. And we're gonna hire a second cook, which means we've completed another objective. Unfortunately, no money. And research. We don't want finance, we want prison labor. Oh, of course, in order for prison labor to be researched, we're gonna need another office. There we go. Filing cabinet. And chair. And here's our foreman. Now, our foreman is not going to start researching until he has an office. Here we have our garbage truck. And, oh yes, our prisoners have arrived. So let us shut it off. We have 18. Get us a good amount of money. As soon as these prison cells are built, we're going to be able to hold even more. And this is where I'm going to leave it off for this episode. So, Hit the little thumbs up or thumbs down button. Don't forget to comment. Love to hear from you. And till next time, minions.